Man, this is the ultimate fail tonight, guys. Ultimate fail tonight. ultimate fail tonight. So for starters, man, this is the first time I've done this. Okay, so I just went ahead and did like a whole 10 something minutes of like talking to nobody. That's incredible. But anyways, yeah, man. I had some technical difficulties while the video was loading. Got that fixed up. Couldn't get no sound. Then I got it fixed up and then had to come out of the studio and come back in. When that happened, man, I guess mute was still pressed. So I apologize for that, guys, man. I don't know what was going on my computer right before I was about to go live. Do apologize for that. Damn, man, I made some good points here early on too. So let me try to remember what I just talked about here. But I do apologize for that. Thank you for y'all who stuck around. I'll have to go back and edit out the beginning of this video. I definitely do apologize about that. Like I said, when I was loading in the intro, I got people texting me, can't hear you. I just saw it now. When I was loading in the intro, I got no sound. I couldn't hear myself, like, from my headphones on the mic. I couldn't hear the intro beat. I couldn't hear anything. So I had to reboot in the middle of it. Then while I was doing that, came back up, then I got sound, and then it was right back to go live. And I popped in and I forgot to press unmute. Damn it. Anyways, what's going on? Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV, man. I do appreciate you guys for waiting it out for me there. So let's start all over. So some interesting news going on tonight with the Dodgers, man. So we know we got Shohei and the money that Shohei deferred, $680 million deferred on that Dodger contract, which is kind of smart and kind of brilliant for both him and the team at the same time. He gets to collect, he's probably making about $50 million or so a year off the field. And now he gets to put that aside. He doesn't have to pay California tax on that when he decides to actually collect that money, whether it's back in Japan or another city in the U.S. He gets to keep all of his money. The Dodgers get to spend the whole time during his tenure. He gets chances to win multiple World Series. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Now it's about what the Dodgers do with that money. And I'm going to try to recap and rehash everything I just talked about. When I thought you guys can hear me when I was currently on mute. So I do apologize for that. I still can't believe I did that. But anyway, so the Dodgers are looking to make a move. And from what I'm understanding, it's coming down now between Josh Hader and Glasnow. So Glasnow is about $25 million a year. So what I'm thinking is the Dodgers probably checked in on Hader to see what his price would be to come to the Dodgers, what the deferrals would be like on that deal, and try to do that deal and then match that up between the pros and cons of taking on Glasnow on a 1 year, $25 million contract. But here's the kicker. My thing always with the Glasnow deal was always been like, if you can get him and Randy, then you absolutely do that deal. It kind of reminds me similar of kind of the lighter version of the Scherzer and Turner trade. Excuse me. So if you get those two guys, the only thing is looking at the deal I'm seeing out there now with it, where it's like, it looks like it's not as good of return for the Dodgers considering what they're offering. It just wouldn't make absolute sense to me. So I'm thinking Randy might actually be in the deal, even though the information I heard said he wasn't currently, but that could have been information from days ago. I've started to learn and pick up a little bit on how the Dodgers kind of go about it. And I spent the entire Laker game basically just huddled up with some baseball people that I've talked to for a long time, but I never really covered the Dodgers on YouTube or anything like that. I talked about them often on Twitter, but I didn't really add it as part of the channel much last year. I plan to do it more this year as I was going to build it out. And the Ohtani thing just makes it like slam dunk. Definitely going to do it now. So because there's going to be a lot of more interest in it. But the people I were talking to, it kind of the way the Dodgers situation goes is when it starts at lower levels, kind of where the leaks come in. Once they lock it down and nothing comes out until it's basically done. So we had often heard about the Mookie deal leading up potentially. Then it went dark. We heard about Freddie and the Dodgers, and then it went dark. And now we're starting to hear about Glasnow. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think what's being reported is what was discussed probably in the early portions of the deal. And once it gets escalated to Friedman, I think Friedman is going to demand Randy in the deal. So the person I talked to basically only had information from early on in the talks, and Randy was not in the deal. And then I got to thinking, and I posted about it, and I talked about it, and I saw it started popping up later, but it didn't have the same names of the people that I heard. But I didn't hear Randy either. So, but again, this could have been from sometime like last week. So the more I start like thinking about it, and the names of some of the Dodger prospects they had in that deal, it didn't make absolute sense for the Dodgers to do that deal unless they were getting Randy. So I think there's a chance. And then he posts a picture of him and Shohei together at the World Baseball Classic. And I don't know if he's just out there trolling, just taking fun in the festivities, or if he's actually potentially could be in the deal. But the way it looks right now is the Dodgers may be prioritizing Glasnow over Hader. Now, Hader would be a luxury, maybe not necessarily a necessity, because the bullpen isn't as bad shape as the starting pitching is. So if you get a chance to go out there, and I'm thinking like this, man, if the Dodgers they already signed Shohei. I'm beginning to believe that the Dodgers are in the driver's seat for Yamamoto. I'm getting to that point where I think they're in the driver's seat. The reason being is the New York Yankees just never really have to fly across country to meet with the top tier free agent. They usually go to New York. So the Yankees had to fly out to meet him in LA. He's been going to Laker games. Shohei's on the Dodgers. The Dodgers can absolutely afford to pay him now. So it's lining up for the Dodgers to be in the driver's seat, if not one of the final two teams to get him. So you got that. So I'm expecting them to have a very great chance of getting Yamamoto. If they make a trade for Glasnow, and here's the best part about it, they could still make the Dylan Cease trade because Dylan Cease is still under control for 2 more years. It isn't going to make really big money until then. So the Dodgers can roll the dice and go all in on these next 2 years. Glasnow is 1 year, $25 million. Hader's going to want multi-years. So I think if they're looking at it, okay, we can get Glasnow on a 1 year, trade for him, especially if we get Randy in the deal, trade for Dylan Cease potentially, which would be insane. And I'm trying to tell you, man, we signed Shohei. If they sign Yamamoto, trade for Glasnow and Randy, and trade for Cease, I'm going to faint. Like I'm going to fall face first on the floor. It's going to be insane if they pull that off. But if Friedman does, and oh my God, that will be absolutely insanity. And again, I know a lot of you guys tap in here for basketball, but it's we're witnessing history here. What's going on with Shohei Ohtani joining the Dodgers, and definitely need to talk about this for a bit. And Angel, I addressed you earlier, but it was a point where you couldn't hear me. But yeah, basically what I was talking about on Twitter. Like I said, I got to spend some time tonight with some people who cover Major League Baseball, and they're super duper excited, man. And I can tell you, man. And the stuff that doesn't even go down that get talks about is crazy. That like the stuff that like big teams discuss but never happens is always crazy. Got to talk to 2 people who were at the winter meetings. And it's just, man, just sit back like a kid in a candy store, man. It was incredible, man. What's going on, Gio? What's going on, Eric? Interesting possible acquisitions. Yeah, and it's not even like close to that. And this is just like what's being done in the offseason. Imagine when it gets toward the trade deadline and, oh my, waiver wire time. It's crazy when it comes to baseball. Stuff is going to be absolutely lit out here, man. Christian Wood, like I said, I don't think he's on punishment. I think Darvin is just giving, Rui more opportunities. Christian Wood will get his chance. But tonight we're mostly talking baseball here. Let's go Dodgers officially shine Ohtani. Absolutely, man. Man, just what a time to be alive in the city of LA, man. What a time to be alive, man. Yeah, catch me tomorrow on the PSF app. I'll be covering the Laker game solo. Dan will be tending to a family matter tomorrow night. He's got a birthday party in the family, so shout out to Dan for priorities. That's exactly where he should be. So he's held it down several times for me. It's my turn to cover tomorrow. So definitely pull up and catch your boy in the PSF app tomorrow. Dan, what's going on, brother? Thanks for pulling up, man. I shouted you out earlier, but the damn audio wasn't on, man. Man, this is why I got to start paying attention to the chat earlier on, especially when I'm excited, because it's not a good one, man. Jeff got hacked by the Rays. Now, I think I got hacked by Toronto, man. I got hacked by Toronto. Yo, I heard some stuff today about that Toronto situation. I heard some stuff about the San Francisco situation with Ohtani. I even heard that a team that no one even thought of or spoke of came in with a crazy offer. But my thing is, I don't know if these offers were legitimate or not, or if they were just trying to drive the price up on the Dodgers. I don't think these teams knew how big the deferrals were going to be. But at the end of the day, maybe they did. I don't know. I'm just saying. I heard some teams come in, names that they really try to get involved, but Shohei's camp was kind of spotted it a mile away. It was you guys aren't serious. We know what you're doing. So nah, it's not it. Yeah, Dante Exum stole up my audio, and Dante Exum has not known how to shoot his entire career. And tonight he was like Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and Steph Curry in one. Just total ridiculousness, bro. Yo, DJ, what's going on, my brother? 60 Cent in the building here. Make sure to head over to Lakers in 5. Support our brother DJ over there, man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, brother. Again, sorry for all y'all guys who pulled up and I had no audio, man. That was terrible. Appreciate y'all, man. My own comment made me laugh. That does that sometimes, man. Yeah, it made me laugh too. I can't believe I did that, man. That was whack. Sup, Jeff? Sup, Search? What's going on with you, man? Crickets. I know. I apologize, guys. Like I said, man. Man, it was frustrating because right when I went live, my computer started bugging. Couldn't hear nothing. Had to reboot. And when I came back in the studio, I forgot to unmute myself. Rookie mistake. I've done so many videos. I've been part of so many panels on StreamYard. Literally never happened to me before. Happened tonight. Whack. But it is what it is. Moving on. Searching the story. Can't hear. Yeah, man. No good. Still no. Okay, this is the part where no one can hear me. Yeah, that's the thing. If we get Randy, man, oh my God, that's gonna be it, man. Shout out to Randy. He had played for Team Mexico. Like he would fit so perfect here in LA, bro. That dude over there, man. Everyone will love him out here. His energy. Yeah, he'll have moments where he will frustrate you. Do not get me wrong, but I've been a fan of Randy for a long time, and I would love to get him over here. That would be so incredible, man. That would be super duper duper incredible, and I think it's possible, man. I think it's absolutely possible, man. Building, absolutely. I'm trying to get to the point where you guys could actually hear me, man. The Draymond stuff was just crazy, man. I saw that. That was just like nuts, man. I blame D-Mac. He's trying to go live right now. Hey, shout out to D-Mac, man. That's my guy over there, man. Shout out to D-Mac, man. I bet search. But what are you thinking? What are you thinking? For those who follow the Dodgers and don't just come in for basketball, what are your thoughts on his potential, man? The Dodgers about to open the floodgates, man. They're about to open the checkbooks. Obviously, we got Shohei in the books for 10 years, no opt-outs. He's ours basically forever. We got Mookie for the same timeline, basically. Freddie Freeman still got several years left on his deal. And, they get Yamamoto, man. That's going to be probably at least a 10 deal. So they're looking to really lock in this core with Shohei and Mookie and Freddie and add to that. And if they get Yamamoto, and again, I'm really starting to believe that the Dodgers are in the driver's seat for him. Really, really, really starting to believe that, man. Where we got? Poor Steph. Said Draymond going to find his butt out of the league soon. Yeah, man. He's doing craziness, man. Yeah, Samurai. It was frustrating, man. Like I said, I couldn't hear the audio of the game. I was watching it, man. The Lakers put that work in the third quarter, man. But the way these dudes were hitting threes out there, man. When dudes start seeing red like that, it's like, Jesus, come on, man. And Luka's just filthy. But it's just one of those games, man. Between Hardaway and Exum, that was the story of the game right there, man. That was the story of the game for sure. Yeah. Pissed for the Lakers lost too. Pissed for the Lakers. Let's see here. What's up, Jeff? Jeff has never sounded better. Man, I still can't believe that happened, man. Him not calling proper timeouts noticeable and frustrating. I didn't get, like I said, I can't speak too much on the Laker game tonight. I got to record it. I'm going to rewatch it tonight. But I can't sit up here and just break down the entire game because it didn't have 100% my full attention tonight. I was in baseball mode. when I got the call today, people hit me, and then when they hit me back and they're like, "Yeah, we can't tonight," I'm like, "Whoa, gotta go." So definitely had to take advantage of that. When the connect calls, you go. You know what I'm saying? So Don Jackson pissed me off the most. He was being wide open. Yeah, well, they left him wide open for a reason. He just made him pay for it, for what I saw. Currently having technical issues. Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get to the point where y'all started hearing me, man. I bet the puppy sabotage. You know what? That's the first thing I thought. I was like, man, lucky mess with mom. I look, because it wouldn't be speaking of. Oh man. Okay. Is he gonna come in? That was the first thing. It's usually him. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, what did he do? But no, actually it wasn't him this time. So thought there would have been a chance. It definitely would have been, man. Gang, forgive me. My namesake from tonight. Man, Exum killed us tonight, man. Jeff, you got to unplug the microwave and come back in. Man, I'm telling you, man, it was worry. It was like, I'm like, where's the sound in this thing, man? Where's the sound? But let me see. Let me get to the point where you guys can hear me. There we go. Okay, he's back. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, man. I didn't know you guys could hear me. I was talking for like 10 minutes. That's crazy, man. I started looking at the top chats, but no one in the chat was telling me they couldn't hear me until I got down to the lower part. I was like, man. Then I looked down and like I saw like the mute button right when I was seeing that. I was like, this is trash. Hey, Craig, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Sorry, Jeff, but we can hear you now. Oh man. The Lakers will be all right, man. Like I said, it was just one of those games. I'm telling you, man, and I've said this before. Obviously, again, I didn't see the game today. I didn't even know Vando wasn't playing until right before the game started. But Vando on the team makes a tremendous difference. Tremendous difference. Us with him, we look like a totally different team. And it's unfair to put that on him, but I feel like the rest of the team just feels so much more confident defensively. and knowing that someone's got their back on the wings out there when he's out there. They just look like a completely different team to me, man. It happened to me once, bro. No worries. Yeah, that was bad, bro. I went like 10 minutes, but I checked that like religiously too. It just because I had to run the intro twice, was trying to rush to get back, and I was like, man, what just happened? I don't even know what caused the audio to go out the first time, but whatever it was, I was like, what the hell? But again, sorry about that, guys. You spent 10 minutes saying how Ohtani would be good fit for the Lakers. At this point, he might, man. Seems to be great at everything else he does. Why not do that, man? We need an Ohtani type player for the Lakers. Man, I don't think there's an Ohtani type player for anyone other than Ohtani, man. I need an NBA title for my Lakers now. Yeah, we got a good chance, man. We definitely got a very good chance. Sick of losing. Oh, we just lost one, man. We're on a winning streak today, man. We can't be greedy. Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all, man. And yeah, the money has to be spent. Ohtani will instead be paid by Court Kings merch. We're deferring that too, man. We're deferring that too. 5 years out, Court Kings will be a wholly different entity by then. So ours are on deferrals too, man. Lakers better win Wednesday night. Yeah, I saw a lot of people calling tonight's a trap game on Twitter. Saw a lot of people, but actually I didn't have tonight's game as a trap game. I had tomorrow night's game a trap game. So man, definitely even worse now. So hope they get their stuff together. Yeah, exactly. Extra credit points. I think they'll be all right tomorrow though. We need Yamamoto and Sasaki for sure. Like I think I really, really, really think we have a chance at Yamamoto, Glasnow, and even Dylan Cease. Like I said, if we get those guys, man, those are 3 potential Cy Young candidates. And who knows if Kershaw even comes back? You got Bueller. I mean, you got my guy Miller over there, man. Come on, Robbie Miller time, man. That's my guy over there. So if that rotation could be nothing but just gas, man, that'd be crazy. It's finals week for me, and the Lakers do this to me. Oh man, it's stressful, huh? Hit Stick Stepper, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. How do you get contacts in sports? Honestly curious. Well, see, for me, my most of mine I got a long time ago. So I think I've told this story like a few times, but so a lot of these guys I used to talk to way back in the day. They were like just local beat guys, not even on the main beat, like guys, alternate beat guys, or columnists, not even necessarily beat guys, and then beat guys that became columnists and vice versa. 2 totally different types of people, columnists and beat writers, right? So just really established connections with them early on, pre-Twitter. So like they back then, like you could get a hold of them rather easily. The amount of people that would like reach out to reporters and try to talk to these reporters weren't at a high level. I did, and kind of built a relationship with them. And then when Twitter hit, like, and started going, like, they were the first people I followed, and because they didn't have a lot of followers, like, they followed me back. Or just like, we were talking through DMs if they didn't follow me back, and just kept those lines of communication open. Now, I did that heavily with NBA. I did do it with some baseball guys. And but the thing is, in the NBA, when you start talking to these guys, and they're at their early stages, they don't have a career yet. They're just kind of just like regular dude in the media. They don't have a name yet. They're not a household name. And some of the guys I talked to like took off, blew up. You know what I mean? And because I knew them from back in the day, they still kept in touch with me, and I never burned them, never put their information out there, never used their information as my own. I'm always, quick to say that, I'm hearing this is happening or this and that, but it's just based off conversations of me having some thoughts, checking with them, and them confirming if I'm kind of wrong or right with my assumptions. And then there's sometimes they'll be like, no matter, okay, look, you can't talk about this because it could be easily tracked back to me. And when they say that, like, I never say anything. Never, no matter how good it is. I don't tell no one of my family. I don't tell a friend. I tell no one. You know what I mean? So when you do that, there's a lot of guys on YouTube or on Twitter, when they get the information, they want the world to know they know it, so they burn the connect. And whereas me is, I'm like, no, I mean, I don't care about people. The information does not come from me. You know what I mean? I just talk to people who will help me kind of put 2 and 2 together, because I can kind of see things happening. Like when you know the business of sports as well as I do, you can start to like see things come together. Like, cause just mathematically it works. Then you got to see structurally. Like, so when you know the math and you know the rules and you know the most of the stuff that people talk about, and I see a lot of these rumors, I'm like, that can't even happen. Forget the contract situation. Forget the CBA, the fit, the history, all these different things. There's so many different layers that go into this. So when you talk to the media guys and they pick up your understanding of this and your understanding of the actual knowledge of the game, both on and off the court or diamond, then they take you a lot more serious. You know what I mean? When you can speak their language. So I wanted to be a journalist, or a play-by-play or a radio or like I wanted to be one of these guys my whole life. So like I know how to talk to them. I know how to approach them. I know how to keep their secrets. I know how to earn their trust and earn their respect. So when you do that, and then when they invite you out like today, and they've got two or three other people that I didn't even know, and all of a sudden you meet more contacts. So it's just getting contacts in sports. It's really about just networking, meeting with people, earning their trust, and some honestly, sometimes it's right place, right time. A lot of the people that I've become connected to in when it comes to sports, a lot of it has just been right place, right time, and having a good reputation with the people that I know who put me on to people that were bigger than them. So one time I'll be sitting down talking to someone, and if someone just comes down to sit down, I'm like, oh. like like, hey, they introduce themselves, what's up, I obviously know who they are. Then we start talking, and an hour goes by, and they're like, okay, this guy knows his stuff, here you go, reach out to me, let's talk. And that just happens. I mean, I'm a talker, what I mean? And once there's a lot of people who can do the talk, but then they burn them. So as long as you can keep their trust, you can bring something to the table as far as like conversation that isn't just like boring to them, or you keep them engaged, or you ask the right questions, or when they ask you a question, you know how to answer it. That's key. And it just goes a long way. But a lot of these guys are real cool, man, like super duper cool. So I made a lot of basketball contacts just throughout summer league and preseason basketball. We'll go and you could sit closer and you can get it on that press section. And also there was a time when one of my friends used to have access, like the members access down in Staples, where you can go back by the locker room where the players come out and where the family's waiting. There's a bar back there. And my boy, wouldn't sit where he would sit, but he would be able to get me down there after the game. And we'd go down there and I'd be in the bar, and a lot of the media dudes would come in there after the fact. So like some dudes that I knew from like years ago I hadn't talked to, and I'm like, oh, like you just catch up, you know what I mean? And so long story short is you just be out there. You don't, don't troll them, you don't talk trash to them. A lot of these media dudes are real cool, especially if they pick up that you know what the hell you're talking about. A lot of these dudes can tell the fake from the real, and like people that are just like dudes who might be the clickbaiters, or dudes who actually can offer something and bring something to the table. And these dudes can spot those different dudes in a second. So I really wish I could bring some of these dudes on, but the reality is it's impossible. There's some I can, and there's some I will. And there's some I'm going to try to bring on closer to closer to the on the basketball side as it gets towards trade season. But and with some of these guys, man, I've been talking back as far as like 2007. You know what I mean? So like there is some of these dudes are like really connected. Like, so I can call them like, what do you think of this? And they'll be like, keep digging. Or like, nah, you're tripping. And I'm like, all right. And then sometimes I'll bring up something and they're like, yo, I didn't think of that. And they'll be like, let me get back to you. And then they'll go do their, back checking, back channeling, and then get back to me like, yo, you're onto something. You spotted that before I did. So just like I said, I've been doing this. I've been wanting to do this a long time. They know that. And, it just, those relationships, it really comes down to just relationships. So that was a really long answer, nowhere near the topic of what we're talking about tonight, but I've been asked that question a lot and I've never really gone into full detail on it. But typically what it was is a lot of these relationships go back pre-Twitter. It's really hard to form that relationship with them now on Twitter because they get it from a lot of people. People just blow up their DMs, all these different things. So this happened when they were more accessible. So it really was me being a little bit older, right? And kind of being out there when they were kind of younger. So it was just my luck that I was out there searching to make contacts in an era where it was easier to make contacts. Because I used to go to just like Yahoo, and Yahoo had a newspaper section. You go to the newspaper section, and I would go to every major city's newspaper and go to their sports section. Because again, this is before Twitter. This is how I would get all my information. So I would know more about sports in other cities than anyone I was talking about. So when I would go talk to these reporters, I go, how you know that? Or what's this? What's this? So I added value. And then when I would reach out to these people in other cities that have their email address actually listed, so I'd email them and we start talking. And then eventually they leave that paper and go to another one, and I'd get an email. They blast all their contacts with, this is my new email address, yada, yada. And they kept me in their contact list. And then so that's just kind of how it went. So I reach out, man. I talk to like, I kid you not, I talk to 15 to 20 people a day, like just back and forth. Like, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Or picking up conversation from yesterday. Do you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And it's just, it's dope to be able to talk to some of these people. And some of these people are like crazy, like if crazy made it. And you know what I mean? And I don't sweat them. I don't ask for nothing, just their continued trust in relationship. That's all it really is, man. Let's see. So again, sorry for the long winded answer there, but it's the truth though. Absolutely truth. Yamamoto deferred Yamamoto 300 mils. Hey man, I don't know if he's gonna take deferred money like that, because this is his first big deal, but I don't know if it'll be that. Uh here. What do you think of the chances of getting Randy? Well, me personally, I that's a good question. Chances, I don't know what Tampa Bay wants from. But the person I talked to earlier, like I said, Randy's name didn't come into it, but I have a feeling that conversation was from last week. And then once it enters Friedman's realm, like you understand, the Dodgers have a GM, and then they do the kind of the beginning stages of it, check in. Then once it gets to Friedman, and they kind of get the frameworks together, I've noticed that things pivot and switch, and that's when no info comes out. They kind of lock it down at that point. So I think the stuff that maybe have leaked out would have been stuff from the initial conversations. And I think the Dodgers would absolutely ask for Randy. So because the Dodgers are going all in, and I think that they're really committed to these next 2 years to empty the clip, I would say our chances are good. I'm not going to say great, but I think our chances are good. Hey, Charlie, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support as always. Dodgers need to get rid of Barnes, and they might, but he's pretty much known as Kershaw's catcher. Kershaw, we don't know if he's going to be back, so we got to wait to see on that. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Nice of him, and it was a great guy to have around in the clubhouse, and Kershaw's personal catcher, and the team loved him. But yeah, there comes a point where if you can't contribute, they're playing for bigger things here, so they got to figure that out. Beer back. I don't watch baseball like that. Definitely need to go to Dodgers game. No. Yeah, sorry, man. I know. I'm telling you, I got some changes coming, and it's going to be a little bit more separated to a way where it can filter out between the basketball and the baseball. And when I go live here, like I said, I got some things that are coming soon. But I just love baseball so much, and I've been waiting so much to talk about it. And I know this is primarily a basketball channel, and I really don't want to defer anyone away. It's going to be this. I'm going to get back to basketball very, very soon. But this is a historic week in baseball, and so I definitely have to cover it because I've been waiting on this for so long. They're probably still talking about prospects getting moved. Absolutely, Eric. That's exactly what it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a baseball fan, but the pressure's on the Dodgers to win it all. It is. It absolutely is. It has to be now. We need 5 titles over 10 years to be success. Man, that's a lot of titles, man. Considering that there have been 16, I think, baseball teams that have won a championship over the last 20 years. I think 3 in a 10 year. Keep in mind, anything in baseball, if you do it 30%, you're considered Hall of Fame. I think that includes winning. If you win 3 out of 10 years in a World Series, that is considered great. So 5 may be a little bit greedy. 3 I'd be okay with. Randy Outman, Mookie outfield. Right? Yeah, that would be man. And then you still got Hayward there in rotation too. So man, it would be crazy, man. Randy Rosarena just posted an Instagram with him and Ohtani because rumor of him going to the Dodgers. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was him and at the WBC. And like I said, I don't know if he's trolling or if there's something in the works. I don't know, because last I heard, his name was not in the talks, but that doesn't mean he won't be. You know what I mean? Lakers made Dante Exum look like prime Klay Thompson, prime Steph Curry, prime Ray Allen, prime Reggie Miller, prime Dale Ellis, prime Larry Bird, prime anyone who could shoot. He did. He absolutely did tonight. I said it again. I'm sick of losing. Yeah, no, I am. I get it. But again, we lost 1 game. We just won the in-season tournament. Like I said, we can't win every one. So it just go that way. You know what I mean? You guys really want Darvin fired 1 game? Come on, y'all, man. Well, it was a hard loss because I think many of us have higher expectations for this team. No, I get it. FYI, in December, 5 games, D'Lo averaging 10 points a game. So disappointing. D'Lo's an enigma right now, man, because the way they use him, his role is different. They got to figure that out, though. Disturbing to think that we need Vandal to win games. I love Vandal, but is one player really making the difference? Arguably, theory at this point, it seems not plausible, but who knows? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. When he's here, we're a completely different team. So we got to wait and see. Defense wins. Yeah, absolutely. Lakers piss me off. Lakers are pissing a lot of people off. I agree. It just seems crazy. One player makes that much of a difference when many think we're so deep. But you got to think about it, Search, too. When we got him last year, We ended up having the best defense in the league, and we went from 13th seed all the way up, and we made it to the Western Conference Finals. And Malik Beasley was not playing great. D'Lo had moments. Vando was the constant. Vando really does make that big of an impact on winning. He's our best perimeter defender next to Cam. He is our best perimeter defender above Cam, and he can guard wings, perimeters, and he can get down on the low. He can switch. He is the best perimeter that starts at the top for this team. Obviously, AD is the best defender down low. He can switch on guys, but Vando is elite at guarding wings and guarding the perimeter. Simply not a good coach. Yeah, I get what you mean. In the future, I think they should add some more incentive for the in-season tournament by letting the winner of the NBA Cup get an automatic home court advantage in the NBA Finals if they make it. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're thinking outside the box. I think the thing of guaranteeing a playoff spot is cool. I think that makes everyone try. But if you're a top contender, I don't know if that even still motivates you. I think just give more money. You saw the Laker guys played hard for $500K. Like if you gave everyone $1 million, bro, I'm telling you, that'd be a ton of money there. What do you think moved Rui, D'Lo, Gabe for Vooch, Caruso, and Kobe White? I don't like Vooch's long-term money. Like Caruso, I think Kobe just extended too. I got to look at those contracts. But I know Vooch, I think, has a multi-year deal, about 20 per. I like Caruso. Kobe, I think, just re-signed recently too. I got to look at their contracts again. Why isn't Ham playing Wood? Another valid question. It's just not his turn yet. You remember when Rui was out there, wasn't playing a ton of minutes. Now Rui is getting more minutes. Wood isn't. He'll get his chance again soon. Yes, please like, subscribe, and share, and turn on that notification button to get notified when we go live on days like tonight. What are your chances Diego gets some run if we get rid of Barnes? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. Maybe later in the season. I don't think out the gate. I think they may look at another area for that right now. Diego is potentially the future. I don't know if they're ready to get him regular run right now. Maybe spot, bring him up for an injury, get a couple tries, and get him back. So, but that I don't know if they're there for that yet. I think they may add and again, I don't know. Ohtani's not going to pitch this season, but he may have visions of who he wants to be his personal catcher when he returns next year. And if the Dodgers find maybe they have a chance to get that person this year, maybe they do that. I don't think anyone's talking about that. But I think that's something to keep an eye on. Maybe he wants his own catcher. So we got to see for that. Jeff, when you blow up, you ain't going to forget about us, are you? Man, I mean, I don't ever think I'm going to blow it to a point where I'm not going to remember anyone because, like I said, I mean, I'm not that type of dude. But I remember everyone who was here from the get-go to help me. Like I said, you hear rocking with me talking baseball on a basketball channel. You know what I mean? So, no, I appreciate all y'all, man. Like, I ain't going nowhere. And like I said, I may switch things up a little bit, talk baseball from, because I'm going to cover the Dodgers a lot. I'm sorting through a couple of things on how I actually want to do it because I don't want to defer and lose the basketball people. I want to gain the baseball people, but not lose the basketball people. So in the meantime, I think I know what I'm going to do. It's coming soon. It'll be coming towards the start of the Dodger season. And I'll just kind of leave it at that for now. But as far as me blowing up, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what considered blowing up even is. You know what I mean? I just like doing what I do. I like talking sports with you guys. I know we talk a lot of basketball, but I've been telling you for a long time, man, baseball is near and dear to my heart. And I told y'all if we got Ohtani, I was gonna go wild for a bit on that, and that's what I'm doing because it's super exciting to me. And this is a historic week in baseball. You got that stat from Ken? Wait, you got that stat from Ken? I did. That's why I asked. What's that? I don't know what stat you're talking about. Would you trade Pep, Sheehan, and Bush for Glassdown and Randy? See, Pep is up there as high as Sheehan, but I don't think I do all three of those because both Sheehan I think has a chance to be pretty nice, man. Bush is already like not an everyday, but he's, you know what I mean. I think his days in the minors should be done. I've seen him play in person in the minors a couple of times. I went out to a few OKC Dodger games this year. I got family out there. Really, really cool ballpark, man. I had a great time out there. That place is sneaky popping OKC, trying to tell you. But Butch was out there when I was there. He hit 2 home runs, 2 out of the 3 games I saw him play. And I was just like, this dude is like doing his thing, man. And I think he's a major leaguer. I don't know if he's an everyday player for a contending team, but he's a major league ball player. So if the Dodgers feel they don't have a place for him maybe they would like to cash in on him. But Pep, Sheehan, and Bush, I would like to hold some of that for a Dylan Cease trade because I think you can get Glass down Randy for less than that. But if Pep is in that deal, Randy has to be in that deal. His trade value, when you look at some of the Dodgers prospects, it's up there. So I don't think I move him unless you're getting Glass now and Randy. I don't think I would. Hey, what up, KD? Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. We talking baseball tonight, so. And like I said, I really apologize to everyone who listened to the first 10 minutes of the stream and it was just quiet. My bad about that. Technical difficulties. Definitely do apologize to that. When is Darvinham getting fired? He's not. Hello, Jeff talking baseball, but we're all talking about basketball. Come on, man. Just give me a couple of days to celebrate my team having an historic week, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna get back to basketball real soon. I want Darvin. You guys are gonna let me though. I'm starting to lose faith in Rui. Not gonna lie. You're just lose faith in Rui. Rui is too slow. Rui is slow. That's why Elder was talking about they may have to move him. I think D'Lo and Rui, if they make moves, I think those two are going to be the guys. Potentially up to like 36 million in outgoing money plus the 7.5 swing. So those guys may get moved. They may. I'm not saying they will, but they may. Part of it is AD is best at the four, and Rui and Brown play the same position. He thrive on the Mavs or Cavs. I'm just letting you know though. That AD at the four narrative isn't fully correct. AD is better when he has someone who can play big. Doesn't have to be a 4 or a 5. AD's been the last 5 games. AD's been dominant, and he's been at the 5. You know what I mean? AD plays great at the 5. He just needs a legit 4. I thought Rui is decent, but his slowness is a downfall. Yeah, he's slipping there. A lot of valid points. D'Lo and Rui for Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant's contract is really long, man. I don't know if I'm gonna take that on. 30 million a year will not be too terrible over the next, a couple of years when everyone's making 50, 60 million. But I don't think you need Rui and D'Lo for that. You could probably do there's a couple different things you could do, but I don't know if I do that. I just don't know if I do that. And yeah. If you don't want to hit the Cash App, don't want to hit the Super Chat, the Super Thanks or the Super Sticker, you can always hit up the Cash App at $ Empire Jeff to support the channel. Appreciate everyone who's done so already and who will continue to do so in the future. Yeah, man, it looks really weird, man. These teams don't even look like the same teams when they face the Clippers, man. It's just crazy to me. Like, yo, Jeff, who do you think is the best switch hitter in the MLB? I think Ramirez is up there. Best switch hitter. Let's think about this, man. Damn, that's a good question. Ramirez is up there. Let's see. Who I feel like baseball sometimes you think of a guy's name and it's okay. Did he have as great a season last year as the year before? But let's see. Let me look up a couple of stats here real quick. I want to see if the eye test is matching like what I'm thinking here. But definitely Ramirez comes to mind. And they let me load up something here. Santana's had, Albies is a switch hitter, right? Albies is good. Let's see. There was Victor, Pablo. Let me see. I would say I would probably go with I wouldn't say Hap. Hap's had his moments, but because I feel like the switch hitters of today, they're just so much better from one side of the plate than the other nowadays. And so because I get like Victor, like when you think about like the past, right? When you talk about like a Victor Martinez, Sandoval, Zambrano, and like all these dudes, like when you think about the dudes that are coming up today, Cabrera's okay. I like Albies, but Albies is much better from is pretty much he's better, like I said, as a lefty than probably would be as a righty. You know what I mean? So when you start getting into some of these other ones, but I would probably go. I like Santana. is what God, it's just the days of switch hitters are dead now. I probably go Ramirez is probably the only guy I really feel comfortable in saying is a top tier dude. Outside of that, um, they're just so heavy on one side of the plate than the other. The Ramirez is pretty solid. The 16 unique teams winning the chip since 2000 stat, Jeff. Oh, who did you say said? Rosenthal? Yeah, I saw that on I saw that yesterday. I didn't know that until when I knew it, but I didn't really think about it. But I saw that, yeah, 16 major league teams have won. Where did I see that? I know it was Rosenthal. What did I see him on? Was it foul territory? Might have been foul territory. But yeah, that was absolutely Ken. It's funny that stat didn't that stat I didn't like. I know it's always like a different team, but I didn't know it was that spread out. So 16 of the last 20 years have been a different MLB team. We need Farmer John as a sponsor now. Farmer John. Soto gonna love right field in Yankee Stadium. His roll call gonna be crazy opening day. Yeah, Soto, that short porch over there in right field. I also saw people talk about, well, when he goes into a slump, he's gonna try to it's just because of short porch, he's gonna try to pull more, and it may take away from his greatness at the plate. But I think Soto's such a great hitter that I think he'll figure it out. But man, that was a come up for them, man. Him hitting in Yankee Stadium, Soto on pinstripes is gonna be dope, man. Ruhat just no lift or elevation around the rim. Yeah, he doesn't have as much bounce right now. We think about some Angel fans chatting Ohtani trade or sell up because I think it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, I think they need to be talking to their owner about how to build a baseball team. I think if the Angels had a team that was, competing and winning every year, I think he would have stayed. But let's be fair. If the DH was in the National League, Ohtani would have been a Dodger the first time around. So he just where he should have been initially. You know what I mean? Rui played great in the playoffs, so caution. Yeah, so Rui's a playoff player. He had one series in Washington in the playoffs. He played great. He played great for the Lakers last season. He seems like a really solid playoff performer. You're right. All time. Mickey Mantle, Chipper are my favorite switcher all time. Oh, the Mick, Chipper Jones, Terry Pendleton. My God, the game is just not like I said. A Martinez. Why am I drawing about? Was Teixeira a switcher? Like there's so many guys back in the day. I just felt like they were just different. They were different. Chipper was nuts. But a lot of guys, switches of today are just not the same. They're just not the same. And that's probably why there's less and less of them, because they're just less effective. Hey, Chu Tran, thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate the support as usual. It's Adley Richmond. I'm only moving Rui if you get an actual star or all-star level player. Yeah. What are the Lakers missing? Why are they inconsistent? Tonight, they were missing Vandal, to be honest. I'm telling you, missing Vandal tonight. That was huge. Trade D'Lo and Rui for Curry. That's not happening. Matt Ham didn't even try to start with an AD. That would be crazy. Yeah. He hasn't done it yet. There may be a point in the year where he does, just hasn't done it yet. Even though we lost. Yeah, trash lost tonight for sure, man. El Territory. Do you think if a good young player gets a lot of at-bats and I'm not sure what you meant there. Yeah, foul territory. Yeah, it had to be foul territory because I was listening to it. Was it yesterday? I think I was listening to it last night. I thought that was an incredible stat, man. That was nuts. 16 of the last 20 years, it's been a different team. Ain't even getting the ball a lot more. It's crazy. He needs 18, 25 shots a game. We're better when he does. I think we will beat them in a 7-game series. I think we will too. Neither team we haven't faced each other when neither team is fully healthy. So the Lakers just, I don't understand today. Like if they played the fourth quarter like they did the third, like I feel like Luka was getting to a spot whenever he wanted to. They kept running the same play over and over. Again, for what I could see, I wasn't 100% tuned into the game today because I was meeting with people. So it was Denver. Jeremy Grant may be perfect as a 4, but he is too far gone. Dude thinks he's better than he. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money for that guy. Paying $68 million for a retired player every year, a decade is no joke. It reminds me of the Lou Deng situation for the Lakers, but the amount was like an order of magnitude lower. Yeah, well, the thing is, I believe I gotta check this. So I may not be 100% correct with this. I believe they can pay some of it earlier. So I think they can do that. Like that's there in case they spend crazy. But I think if they don't spend crazy, I think they have a chance to do lump sums. So I'll have to double check on that. But I don't quote me on this because I don't know I've got to brush up a little bit on the MLB CBA a little bit. But for some reason, I think that they have the right to do a lump sum. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I heard something about that the other day, but I can't confirm it. I didn't do any of my own research on it, so I've got to check on that. But if that's the case, the thing is, the Dodgers will have they will make so much money off him being here that they'll just, even if it's in defer it, they're going to be putting aside money. So it's not like they're going to start budgeting or are planning to pay this 10 years from now. They're going to put the money aside. They're going to make so much money. I mean, it's over the next 2 months, they're going to make so much money. And then the first 2 years, the amount of money they're going to make, like I'm confident in believing that they will have enough money to pay off this contract in like 3 years. Like it's the Dodgers are number one in attendance. They're number one. They're going to be number one in merchandise. They're just going to be extreme super box office. And it's just going to be crazy, man. It's the amount of money they're going to make off this deal is he's worth every penny. Well, what would you make? Would you make a move for Donovan Mitchell? Would I? I don't think we could get him. And B, I don't know if we, again, third guy making all that money, sacrificing touches. I don't think it works. I don't think it works. I don't think so. Chipper would always go crazy versus LA. Yeah, man. I feel like every time the Braves have always been crazy against LA, man. Remember Terry Pendleton, Chris, man, he used to kill us all the time. Former batting champion. He used to always kill us, man, when we played against him. But like some of the classic switch hitters, like we were talking about in today's game, and those aren't the same. The switch hitters of today are just not as great. It's funny because I'm watching MLB Network right now, and they're showing like the classic Pittsburgh versus Brave series from 1992. Man, that was a crazy series. So Sid Bream scores the final run, and I believe that in the final game. I remember that game, man. That was nuts. When I was a kid, but man, that game was nuts. They're replaying it right now over there on MLB TV. You think Yamamoto signs Friday or the 20th, maybe later? He got till January 4th, right? Yeah, his posting still has time. I think it comes down soon because, like, we know he met with the Yankees. He met with the Dodgers today. He's met with the Giants. He met with the Mets. So I think he met with Boston, or he's about to meet with Boston. So to be honest with you, I think this ends soon. I think it ends soon. And again, I think the Dodgers are. I think the Dodgers potentially are in the driver's seat here. And you notice, like, no one's even talking about Blake Snell right now. No one. I have no idea where he's going. His name is not linked to really anyone right now. I think Jay Van will play tomorrow against the Spurs. Man, I hope so. We're going to absolutely need him. D'Lo and Rui for Mitchell or Kyrie. Kyrie, they're not moving here, and Mitchell, I don't think that happens, man. Johnny needs to start serving the OG Dodger dogs. Yeah, man, the new ones just aren't the same. I think they decided to go back to him. I think they're gonna go back to him. But yeah, the new ones, nah, they just ain't the same. Yes or no? Lakers will have a double-digit win streak this season. I don't know. I think the West is crazy. I think guys being in and out of lineups. I don't know. I think it's gonna be hard for a lot of teams to get double-digit wins this year. So I'm gonna say no. I think they have a chance to get multiple 5, 6, or 7 games winning streaks. I just don't know if they'll touch double digits. Is it true that Japanese players want to be in their own team since that's their own pride, where they become a star in their own team? Well, see, the thing is, it's not. It's the opposite. It's not about their pride. It's about the respect for their countrymen. They want their countrymen to get the shine that they deserve, and they don't want to cancel them out or take away their shine. So to them, they're not as they're not like the typical American athlete where they think about their brand or this and that. Like Ohtani, one of the reasons he did that was probably to sacrifice money for them to get Yamamoto. So Yamamoto has said that he would not mind playing on a team with another Japanese star if that Japanese star was open to it. And then Ohtani deferred $680 million, roughly 97% of his salary. So things are lining up to where this is definitely a possibility of it happening. But the Japanese players don't typically operate like that. It's more about honor and respect. They don't want to take the shine or potential earnings away from their countrymen from taking away from star level. So that's really what it is. I think it's dope that they do that. But in this case, I would love to see these two team up, obviously, because I feel like Yamamoto signed with LA. He kind of be in Otani's shadow instead of signing with the Yankees. He even said he wants to play for a franchise with a legacy. Well, the Dodgers are a legacy franchise. I know they haven't won as many as the Yankees as far as 27 chips, but the Dodgers are our nation. You know what I mean? The Dodgers are a global brand. Yamamoto, from what I understand, and the Dodgers were his favorite team growing up. Hideo Nomo was huge, and now that Shohei's here, um, and he played with him in the World Baseball Classic. Like, I think there's a strong chance. I don't think the situation is the same when it comes to those two. I really don't. Would you do D'Lo and Rui for Siakam? Siakam's a pending free agent. He's going to want a ton of money. That's an interesting one. I think, him down there to help AD. I think that's an interesting one. I don't know if Toronto does that though. Dodgers favorite to win World Series in your opinion? They are. They absolutely are. And because not just because of where they stand now, but because of what they're going to continue to add. I think that they will, like I said, I think they're in the driver's seat right now for Yamamoto. That could change at any time. Matter of fact, give me a second. I'm tripping. Let me make sure I have my MLB notifications on here. I believe they give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. I thought we had something happening here. I got a text. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, nothing crazy. Pretty much online with what we are talking about. Basically, I'm told the Dodgers would absolutely make a push for Randy. If the Rays feel they can extract more from another team from Randy, they may look to do that. But all signs point to Dodgers at least attempting to get Randy in the Glass now trade talks. Okay, yeah. So there's an update from my guy that there is a definite possibility. That they're going for it, but as far as his version of what he heard, which was probably sometime last week, Randy was not in it at that point. I'm not watching the NBA Finals. The Lakers are not in it. Oh no, I'm a basketball fan. I'm gonna watch it regardless, but it is tougher when they're not in that. Draymond Green got ejected today. Yeah, man, Dre's on some other shit, man. Truth is, when it comes to baseball, I'm a Yankees fan. I rock with the Yankees. Like I said, my mom's side of the family's from New York. My dad's side of the family's from the Midwest. I've basically LA most if not all my life, and I'm a Dodgers fan, but I've always respected the Yankees. And when the McCourts owned the Dodgers, I kind of boycotted for a while and watched every Yankee game again. I watched the Yankees a lot growing up. Derek Jeter is my favorite player. So as long as they're not playing the Dodgers, I root for the Yankees. I watch a lot of the games. I don't just have League Pass. I have MLB Extra Innings. I watch a lot of Yankees games. And so it's going to be fun seeing Juan Soto over there. And the Dodgers-Yankee World Series will be dope this year. Derek Jeter made me a baseball fan. Yeah, that was my favorite. Derek Jeter is my favorite player of all time. So I watched so many of his games and such an incredible ball player from a standpoint of the way he impacted winning. And I don't think Derek Jeter was better than an A-Rod, but he impacted winning more than A-Rod in my opinion. And give me Jeter over A-Rod any day of the week. Where do you think Siakam going to go? I heard Miami likely. I don't know because it depends, what their offers are. I don't know what type of offer Miami could give. They could top some other teams out there. Keep in mind, OKC, I think is going to be very active. They got a ton of picks to offer. They've got movable contracts. Keep your eye on OKC. Everything I've heard is that they're going to make a strong push for Lauri Markkanen. Strong push. I also have heard on multiple occasions that Philly has a strong eye on Jeremy Grant, and they may move Tobias Harris for Jeremy Grant and something else to match his money. So those are the two things that I'm hearing right now. Let me see here. If new, please subscribe and welcome to the Laker and Dodgers family. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, F. Frank McCourt, man. I couldn't stand that ownership group, man. Couldn't stand him at all. I mean, to be a Yankee fan is honestly rough. recently, but signing Verdugo and Juan is a good start. But if they get Yamamoto, that'll be back to kind of the evil empire. Yeah, like I said, I really think the Dodgers have a chance to get Yamamoto. Oh, this is when this dude scores this winning run. Hey, Chris, do you remember that series, man, in the early 90s with Pittsburgh and Atlanta? God, I was super young. But I do remember I watched so much baseball as a kid, man. Baseball was my first love. Um, oh man, every time I watch this replay, David Justice out there, he barely beats that tag. That oh my god, it's such a crazy series. I believe this was that Barry Bonds last year in Pittsburgh? I think it was. I love Japanese culture, man. They can discern pride and honor with ego. Yeah, that's what it was, man. And that's what it was about Shohei not wanting a lot of people to leak anything. He wanted to show proper respect. And he didn't want teams that he didn't visit, or he didn't want to give dishonor or disrespect to anyone. See, part of me when that Blue Jay thing started happening, and mind you, I had been saying for 3 years that he's coming to the Dodgers. I didn't waver. I was 100% convinced for 3 years that he was coming. On Friday, something entered my brain. It scared the shit out of me. I'm sitting there Friday and I'm thinking, oh my God, like, what if Shohei really wants to be a Dodger, but he's about to leave the Angels and he doesn't want to dishonor and disrespect them and rub it in by going to the Dodgers? So maybe leaving the country, getting his money, but leaving and not going to their rival side, not rival, but rival and market and neighbor, and rub it in their face to the fans and the organization who's done good by him. That entered my brain on Friday. I was like, oh my God, what about the honor and respect thing? What if it's that? And I never thought about that till Friday, and it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, oh my God, we might lose him. We might lose him. I started working the phones like crazy. Like crazy. Text maybe 15 people. 2 people hit me back and were like, I don't know where this is coming from. No one I talked to can confirm any that's being reported. And one of the guys told me, I heard he's home. And I'm like, well, we got a plane being tracked. Like, who's on? You're like, look, I'm hearing he's home. He's been home. Dodgers still the favorite. And I trust this person. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I got my boys. My boys are hitting me up. I had conversations with people. I was telling them. And I became extremely confident again Friday night. Because what they told me ended up being true, that it was fake what was out there, and then it started to fall apart, and that's where we ended up. But on Friday it entered my mind like, oh my God, what if Shohei doesn't want to go to the Dodgers because he doesn't want to disrespect the Angels? That was crazy. Yamamoto was a beast who has won the equivalent of the Cy Young Award in Japan 3 times, just like the United States. Yeah, Okamoto, appreciate you. Thank you for showing up to the show. Appreciate you. And that's exactly why I want him. He's a big game pitcher, and I really, really think we got a chance at him. I really, really think we have a strong chance at him. And I think we may be in the driver's seat. McCourt still owns the Dodgers parking lot. Yeah, that sucks, but it's the only way they can get the team. It's the only way they can get the team. He bought the team from owning parking lots. He basically bought the team because of the parking lots, and he sold the team because he could keep the parking lots. And it's just crazy. Barry Bonds, McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Mr. Steroids era. Yeah, man, just bombs left and right. But we're getting a lot of home. Man, I'm just watching this replay. This is... If any of y'all had never seen, even on a classic game, the 1992 series between the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates. What a damn series that was, man. Good God. I used to love David Justice as a kid. Yeah, David Justice was one of my favorite baseball players, even though he was on a team that I hated playing. And back then, the Braves were in our division. So it was he was so good back then. Like that whole Atlanta Braves, they went to the World Series, what? Was it how many years in a row they went? I think they finally won one, but they just kept winning the division nonstop. They were so damn good. They were so well ran. Like, man, they had so many good players, just player after player. That pitching staff was just nuts. And then just swapping out guys, whether it be Otis Nixon to Deion Sanders to David Justice to Ron Gant, yeah, Brian Jordan, Terry Pendleton. Remember Rafael Belliard. My God, they just had so many dudes. Greg Olson, Javier Lopez. Like, they had so many dudes out there, man, that could just kill you. Bobby Cox was and his pitching coach, Leo Mazzotta, always rocking, man. They had a killer staff, killer everything out there, man. Roberto Clemente. Yeah, unfortunately, I never got to see him play. He's one of those guys I really wish I could have seen him play. Shout out to Roberto Clemente, man. Incredible dude, man. How do you think Yamamoto would do against these MLB hitters? Well, I mean, I think he'd do great. I'm telling you, in the World Baseball Classic, he was lights out. I think he'll do great here because the type of way he pitches, I think he slides in right away and then becomes a borderline Cy Young candidate. Some thoughts on Kirby Puckett. I loved Kirby, man. Kirby Puckett he would just, I don't know, man. He was he looked awkward. He was pudgy. Um, but I liked Kirby Puckett, man. I was rooting for them, and so in this series right here, was that 91 or 92? I think it was 91. With Kirby Puckett, when the Twins won the World Series, I was praying for them to beat Atlanta, man. Rest in peace to the great Kirby Puckett, man. I was a big fan of Kirby Puckett. Well, let me correct that. I I was a big fan of Kirby Puckett on the field before I started to hear some of the stuff later, and then it kind of was like, oh man. But when I watched him play baseball before, I was very, very young. When stuff came out later, obviously that was that sucked. But as far as watching the dude play, I loved watching him play when I was a kid. You think Barry Bonds is your top 5 all time, Jeff, even without the steroids? I think Barry Bonds is the best baseball player I ever saw. Derek Jeter is my favorite baseball player, but Barry Bonds was the best baseball player I ever saw. Granted, in my lifetime, like the best baseball player I ever saw. So and I like Pittsburgh Barry Bonds. Like, I understand when he got to San Francisco and the steroids and his head grew crazy and he was just killing the ball. But Barry Bonds, just the way his stance, everything about it, man. I loved Ken Griffey Jr., loved him. But Barry Bonds was the best baseball player I ever saw in my lifetime. Greatest hitter I ever seen in my era was Rob Crew. And I wasn't young. I wasn't old enough to see him. That's another great one that I heard. Like him, Rob Carew. I wanted to see who was the dude on the Expos again? Why is my mind going blank? Was it Robin Yount? And there was another guy. Those guys up there. Like there was some just like Wade Boggs. I would have loved to be able to see play. I saw him towards the end, obviously with the Yankees. I saw a little of him with Boston, but I saw him. He was a little bit older. But a lot of these guys that were just killers up there. But I didn't get to see Carew. Can't wait for the season. Let's go Dodgers 2024. Absolutely, absolutely. Carew was mono always. I didn't get to see him, man. Dodgers my favorite team. Absolutely. They say catcher is the hardest position to play in all sports. I love Mike Piazza. Imagine catching 100-mile fastball all day. I played catcher when I was a kid. It's brutal. I played catcher, first base, third base, and right field. And it's a brutal position, man, because you have to be constantly alert. You can never take a play off. For multiple of reasons. You're controlling the game. You can get hurt, like you could hurt a batter. There's a lot of things that are going on out there, but it's man, it's just killer on your knees, man. It's a grind for sure. Let's go Dodgers and Ohtani. Absolutely. 93 Joe Carter World Series walk-off home run was one of my favorite kid memories. Yeah, he smacked that too. Yeah, I remember that, man. That was nuts. That was nuts. And that was a walk-off home run to win the World Series. Wow, that was nuts, man. That was nuts. I remember that was a kid too. That was a great era, a great stretch of baseball from like 90, 91, 92, 93. Like there was a really good stretch of baseball. Greatest shortstop I ever saw was Larry Bowa. See, mine was like my era was like Barry Larkin, Ozzie Smith. Let's see. Oh my God, well, who's doing on Cleveland? Why my brain going blank? Vizcaino? Who's doing on Cleveland? But the era of those shortstops were just like Ozzie was so incredible. He wasn't a great hitter, but him in the field was nuts. Barry Larkin was crazy. Obviously when A-Rod and Jeter came in, but the era of great. Hold on one second. Wow, that's crazy. Give me one second. I'm just seeing this rundown to do it on MLB Network after that series. Wow, that series was crazy. But the shortstop era was crazy. And then the talent and the power in the shortstops after that era was nuts. I was scared when my Yankees went up against Barry. Dude was big, and his right field super strong. Can't even hear his swing from the bleachers back in the day from the time I saw him live. Remember when so he went in there when y'all had Randy Johnson. And you have Barry in the Bronx, man, facing Randy Johnson. The Heat against the bat. Oh, man, when he was going to smack that, I was waiting for that, man. Empire Jeff, a 5'2" player, man. Man, I'm telling you, baseball is my first love, man. Hopefully we get Yamamoto on Friday and Saturday. do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think it might happen this week. I think it might. I think there's a chance. I think the Dodgers are in on him. I think we're in the driver's seat at this point, and we'll wait to see what happens. Obviously, I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens there. But we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. Kevin Booker, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Trying to remember, was Craig Biggio shortstop or second base? Craig Biggio played second base, but maybe in the minors when he first came up, maybe he was a shortstop, but he played second base. Biggio was second base. Man, that boy was super good. It was him, Bagwell, and who was the other dude on that team? Why am I drawing a blank here? But he was second baseman. Really, really, really good one too. Remember Nolan and Barry? Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Third base, Mike Schmidt. There it is. There it was. That's what I was thinking about. Incredible hitter, right? Omar Vizquel. Why did I say Vizquel? Vizquel. There we go. I couldn't remember his name. I was like, why am I drawing a blank? That dude was filthy with it, man. Super filthy. Legend at shortstop, man. Nuts. Jeff, what would your song be when you get oh man, I didn't have a walk-up song. We didn't do that. But a time when I played baseball would have been something from Death Row, though. Probably like dun, 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 like, probably been Dre Day, just about talking trash to the pitcher. But no, something with Death Row in that era. I think it was Ken Caminiti. Did he play third base for them? Yeah, Ken Caminiti played third. Bagwell played first. Biggio played second. That was a really good team, man. That was a super good team. Remember when they got remember when the Astros traded for oh my god, my mind is going so blank today. What is wrong with me? Oh my god. They traded for him. They traded for, like, he was on the Royals. Dude was killing it. Gets traded there. He has like he blows up for them in the playoffs. They don't win the World Series, but he plays great. And then he signs with the Mets. Big money with the Mets. And then he was on Houston's team that won the World Series in 2017 and almost became a manager. But because he was part of the cheating scandal, they didn't let it happen. What is his name? This is going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts because I know his name. But it's not coming to my head. Fred Lynn in center field was magical. Ozzy was a mofo. Ozzy was nuts. God, what was this dude's name? I'm old. Nah, you're not old. Ozzy, Freddie Lynn. Lakers championship 2024, Dodgers championship 2024. Absolutely. I played first base when I was 24. Beltron, there we go. Thank you. Thank God, what is wrong with me today, man? Beltron, man, I do was remember when he got traded from the Royals to the Astros, and he was just clapping home runs over there in the playoffs. And then the Mets signed him with that big money, and then he ends up on Houston in 2017 with the cheating scandal, and was about to become a coach, and then had to resign immediately because of it. Best catcher to me was Johnny Bench. Didn't get to see him play, but I watched his career. Incredible, yeah, Carlos Beltran. There we go. Thank you, KD. That was driving me nuts. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Kevin. I'm trying. I don't know what's going on, man. Boy, we grew up with some great players. We absolutely did, man. And I'm telling you, baseball still has great players, man. Mets released a statement back in 2020. Yeah, I remember. I remember that. I just remember that he had signed and they let him go. Mike Schmidt was a great third baseman. Yeah, didn't get to see all these, but I watched a lot of film on baseball because my grandpa was a really big baseball guy, like I said. And oh man, oh shit. I just realized something. Sorry, guys. So it is. He was the star players, but just the stuff that he would break down and break down the box score and seeing all these guys in baseball. A lot of times you could watch the box score and really, really break down a player. Not like basketball. The eye test wasn't the same with baseball. Obviously, how a guy took pitches, how he was at the plate, did he go opposite field, all that. True. But as far as like box score, you could tell a lot about a player. It's interesting that Soto said they know where to call me. They know where to call and who to talk to about an extension. He would not talk an extension with San Diego, but he's all of a sudden maybe willing to talk extension with Yankees. That's interesting. Yo, what's up, Jeff? I'm sorry I'm late. No, Juan, you're good. Change your pace today, man. We talking baseball tonight. So I know I'm going to get back to basketball starting tomorrow. But this was such a historic week of baseball that I just had to cover it. I love baseball very much, and this channel isn't primarily about baseball, but it is called Empire Jeff TV. It's not, don't got a Laker name in it, but baseball is an extreme passion of mine, and I don't know if the channel's going to like it. I don't know if the subscribers are going to want more baseball. It seems like most people want me to continue on with basketball, and that's fine. But this week just being so historic, I really wanted to talk about baseball. I still remember Cal Ripken Jr. hit streak. Yeah, the hit streak and then the games played streak. But yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember leading up to it. Cal Ripken, I did see play. I remember it. And then when they had to move him over to third to extend his career too, I remember that. What do you think of Cade Cunningham? You know what? I really like Cade. I really thought he was going to have a better season this year, man. I thought the Pistons were going to be better this year. I still like Cade. They got some stuff to figure out. They need more veterans over on that team because these guys are falling apart, and I think they'll get them, though. Some of us are old. It's all right, man. It makes for great sports talk, man. Do Lakers beat Spurs tonight? I believe so. But all right, guys, I'm going to go in and shut it down for the night. Like I said, I'm super duper apologize for the technical difficulties early on in the stream. I'm going to go back and edit that out. Shout out to everyone who stayed through the first 10 minutes of that. I'm definitely sorry. Do my best to make sure that does not happen again. And just shout out to you guys, man. Super excited about the Dodgers. Can't wait to see what happens next. Yeah, I know what you meant, Kevin. I know what you meant. He does some hit streaks too. Yeah, I remember that. I like when you talk about Dodgers baseball. I love it. Good. Okay. Well, like I said, we'll do what the channel says. I don't want to lose people if they're not interested in baseball. I want to talk both. I've got to carve out and figure out a way to do it. Maybe it's a second channel. Maybe it's a particular day or time of the day. I don't want to lose the baseball people, but at the same time, I want to gain baseball people. So I'm working on that, and I'm going to come up with a format that works because I'm going to continue to talk baseball. We're going to have a historic season, I believe, and I want to cover it. So maybe I'll just turn it into another channel, and we'll go from there and build that one out. So then this one will be known as basketball, and the other one I'll build as kind of something bigger, which I think I'm going to kind of tie in into something when I'm building, and I'll announce that with you guys soon. But let me know what you guys think. If y'all like are cool with me talking baseball, and in the comments too, if you're coming in late, let me know. If you want me to talk more baseball, or if you feel I should do that on another channel, let me know. This channel is just as much your guys as it is mine, so I want your feedback. I love baseball, but some of you guys might not, and I understand that. And if the consensus is that people want me to talk basketball, then that's what we'll do, and I'll create something separate for baseball. But let me know. Like I said, this is just as much your channel as it is mine. So definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for taking time. Again, thank you for putting up with the technical difficulties. If you have not done so already, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. We are at 689 subscribers. Next goal is 1,000. 700 is on the way to 1,000. So definitely would appreciate the sub and a like on the video. And once again, you guys can be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, and I appreciate that. Absolutely. Go Dodgers, Kevin. Make sure you guys tune in. I'll be dropping a video tomorrow, Laker related. And I appreciate you guys. I'll be on the PSF app tomorrow. PSF app. PSF Pro Sport Fan app in the Lakers chat. If you have not got the app already, go to download the app. I will be broadcasting the game play-by-play tomorrow night. See you guys over there, and then I'll see you on YouTube after the game. Again, appreciate the support. Go Lakers. Go Dodgers. Let's hope Yamamoto news comes soon, and we'll talk then. You guys have a good rest of your night. Talk to you guys tomorrow.